Today I'm going to talk about my control issues, a specific one in particular. So hang on as I share this story and why it's really important that we become aware of how we are being with people and who we are being with people. Hi, my name is Patty, a recovering control freak, along with many other things, and I help people to get through their lives by becoming aware of the unloving, unconscious parts of them and changing them, transmuting them into more loving parts so that we can have a kinder and gentler world. So today I want to share with you this story, a couple stories, and it's embarrassing, so some of you may enjoy it. So a year or two ago, I went to this function, this outdoor function where my ex-husband was with his girlfriend, and I brought along a friend of mine. And my friend happens to be Black, and here I am in this outdoor rednecky place, and I invite my friend because the music's good. And so, anyway, I go up to my ex-husband and his girlfriend. I said, "I'm not dating him." And my cousin looked over at me and he says, "Why the hell did you say that?" I said, "I didn't want him to think." He says, "Let him think whatever he wants to think. It doesn't really matter." And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that I was trying to control his perception of me. And I do that everywhere, not just there. I'm just letting you know how weird I am. So I'm going to share another story about what I did the next time this happened. And I was within a couple of weeks after that happened, and I have this new realization that I try to control people's perceptions by telling them what's really going on. I was having breakfast with a couple of friends, and I asked this one friend, so I asked her for feedback or something. I can't remember what, but she tore me a new one. She said I did this and I didn't do that and da da da. And my first inclination, my first reaction was to tell her what I was really doing. This is what I didn't want her to think that. I didn't want her to feel that. But I kept my mouth shut. And it was really hard to hear how she perceived me. It broke my heart, actually. And what I really realized in that moment, that is what I do, is I want to control people's perception of me. So what do I do when I'm doing that? I'm contorting myself. One thing I do is I will behave a certain way so that you will like me, or you will approve of me, or I will say something so that you will give me some kind of kudos, and or I won't say anything to avoid having any kind of conflict with you. Another thing that I will do is just what I told you, is I will try to change your perception. So this is my take for you today, is if somebody has a thing that they want to say to you, validate them. Say, "Oh, wow, that sounds interesting," or "Thanks for asking," or something that doesn't put you in a defensive position. You have the choice of who you are going to be. And with that, I am reading today from The Courage to Change, November 29th. And before my spiritual practice, I believed that being an adult was to be in control, rigid, and cool. Being an adult was looking good on the outside and not feeling what was going on in the inside. And being an adult meant doing for others until I dropped. And my spiritual practice has opened up a whole new way of living. The first thing had to go was the control over others. It simply doesn't work. Trying to be in control is an effective method of keeping loved ones at a distance. Instead, I admitted that I am powerless over others. I have no control over people. Then I had to begin to put away the looking good facade in order to share my feelings. And then there's this martyrdom thing that I read, that I became uncomfortably aware that my do-gooder role often masked as being a martyr. So becoming more human has been difficult and frightening at times, But being more genuine allows me to have real relationships, real communication, and real happiness. And today I can risk being myself. I don't have to live up to anyone's image. All I have to do is be me. Now, I struggle a little with that, to be honest with you, to allow myself to be me because of people who want to change my perceptions, for people who want to um, give me their advice. So I'm really limited, but when I come close to my friends and I can open up, it's a whole new world for them and for me. So it's my practice of being vulnerable. It's going to be a thing. It's going to take a little bit of time. But anyway, I want you to think about how you show up, how you try to control other people, places, and things to get what you want. And this is where keeping your mouth shut is a really good practice. Just observe yourself. And what you're going to find is when you're trying to control somebody else, it's so that you can be okay. And I want you to learn how to be okay without having to control somebody else. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe. I would love it if you did that. And maybe put a comment below on how you control people and what you're willing to do differently. I love you.